What's good, fam? Welcome to the Open Dome podcast. If you're new here, I'm your host, Sela. The Open Dome podcast is bringing tons of super rad people with open minds alike to explore connections, conversations, and similarities spread across our vast human experiences. So I'm super stoked today. I'm here with Anthony. I met Anthony on TikTok, where I meet a lot of the super cool people that I've met so far. I'm really excited to see how far we can crack the dome today. So Anthony, thank you so much for joining me. I'm super excited to see where we can take this.
For sure. And again, I would like to say, I'm going to say it a lot during this. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. This was the universe sending me a beautiful gift because I was so lost for so long trying to connect with people online in real life. And then this just magically lands in front of me without anything. And this is of divine nature. And I'm not trying to make that sound like I'm serious about that. I'm very grateful.
Oh, dude, no, I appreciate you because honestly, like when I started this podcast, I had no idea what it was going to become. And I kind of had this little, I don't know, like my spidey senses were like, you should like try doing this with other people that you haven't met. And like, I don't know.
Right.
And then I feel like it became its own entity, to be completely honest with you. I could say so much about what this is turning into as far as the Open Dome becoming a community where this won't just be a one-time thing, right? Like once you're in here, you're in here. And then, now we're going to start sort of familiarizing ourselves with all of the other people that have been on. And what's fascinating to me is every conversation I've had with every single person so far, there are similarities between all of us. And it's like,
you picked the right ones. Look at that. You got an act for this. You know what you're doing.
I've got a sixth sense about it for sure.
Yeah.
I say this a lot as well, but it is really an energy thing, man. Like, I think so many of us wake up every single day with this assumption that connection and like what our experiences or how our experiences become connected is like through like super shared similarities and, having all these commonalities and this and that. And while I do think that contributes to it, you'd be so surprised how like so many people have so many different life experiences and personalities. And like their differences are off the charts, right? But there's similarities within those differences that are, and it's just this ecosystem, this mycelium about us. And I feel like that's what I really want people to see is like, wow, like we're actually so connected.
Exactly.
When we're not afraid to express who we really are. So that's what this space is for.
Yeah. And it's wild to just, I don't know. It's like I'm 26, so I grew up right when social media. Okay, cool. So you notice like we grew up. I was in middle school when social media started getting really big, and I feel like it's kind of starting to work against a lot of people. I feel like a lot of people, I mean, they're just living online, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean it like they're very scared to just connect with people. It's kind of like built this image. Because all you see on social media is usually like the finished product. You usually see the perfection.
Absolutely.
And people subconsciously just imprint that on themselves. And here they are. They think they have to be perfect. They can't show their vulnerabilities. It terrifies them. And I think that's what causes a lot of people to just not want to open up. They think they have to be perfect when in reality, perfect like doesn't exist. It's not even a thing.
Yeah. I watched this video like a week or so ago, and it was talking about like physical appearances and things like that. And this girl, she was so scientific, like I could barely understand her, but I was like, wait, I get it. I was talking about how imperfection is actually what we're most attracted to. And it went so deep into this, I would totally butcher it if I tried to elaborate on that.
Yeah.
But it was really fascinating to me because kind of in a similar way, when we look at like people's external appearance and things like that, I feel like we look at a lot of things like that. Like we're trying to measure sort of like depth and what something is at its core and this and that, like whether it's a person or something else. And it's like we think we're drawn to like symmetry. It was about symmetry.
Okay. I think I might have seen something on this.
I think I posted it.
Maybe, yeah.
It was fascinating though. It was about symmetry and how like everyone wants like the most symmetrical look and this and that. I'm over here like I'm asymmetrical as fuck. So like I can't even
big time.
But
big time.
But But oddly enough, it's actually what makes something beautiful. And there's like asymmetry in nature and
Mhm.
so many other things. But I
Yeah.
feel like it's so connected to like this topic.
Mhm. Yeah, I think it's crazy to see, like I think it goes beyond beauty standards, to be honest with you. I
Mhm.
think there again, this idea of perfection, people are just searching for the perfect, whether it's like, I mean, if we're talking like a romantic relationship, like whatever it is, you're just searching for this like composite in your head almost. I think that's the best way to put it, like a
Mm.
composite, like ideal. And when that just keeps getting reinforced and you compare every single person that you meet to this, they just pale
Mm.
in comparison. And it's just this constant, like, no wonder you can't connect with people if you keep
Mm.
doing this, because like vulnerability is the connection.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely agree. I love anything that's not even asymmetrical. Just like
Mhm.
interesting. I love interesting
Imperfect.
things. Yes.
Imperfect. And I
Yes.
think imperfect has a negative connotation. There are so
It
many
shouldn't.
words, including that one, where people are like, "Oh, it's
It's
imperfect."
bullshit.
I think it's a better connotation than perfect, to be honest with you. Like
Yeah,
we're
perfect's
we're
not
quite
real.
literally here, like we're the universe witnessing ourselves from inside. There are billions, trillions of souls that have existed, and not one of us has been the same. Like what are we really trying to do to chase perfection? Like perfect is
Yeah.
all around us if you're really talking about it, in my opinion. But
Yeah. Dude, I'm really curious.
mhm.
I've been wanting to ask.
Yeah.
You said so I know you weren't always like this,
Uh-huh. Oh,
and
for
I know
sure.
that because same.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I really want to dive into that a little bit more.
Yeah,
Like,
for
we don't
sure.
even have to go into like what traumas made you this way.
Oh
No, just
no, we
like,
can we can open up a can if you want. I'll talk about whatever.
yeah, wait, we're cracking the dome,
Yeah.
you know?
So I would say, I don't know, just as like a general synopsis, and this is still something I struggle with. I have always had horrid social anxiety, like
Mm.
like unfathomably bad. Like I will just go into a public setting and my heart will be pounding. You can hear it from like 10 steps away. And that was always something I dealt with. And interestingly enough, it sounds kind of silly, but like I used to be a bank teller.
Huh.
I got that job several years ago, and I didn't like the job. I didn't really like working for the company. However,
Like the
what it
classic
did for
NPC
me,
job.
oh, 100%. And I
Hell
had to,
yeah.
had to ask people about the weather. Oh, you like what the weather's outside? I don't
How's
care
the
what it's
weather today?
like.
That's crazy.
Oh my, like it's 77 today. It was 75 yesterday. Who cares?
Yeah.
But like talking to people, I found that the one thing I looked forward to was talking to people when I went to work.
Mm.
Like whether it was, an 89-year-old grandmother or like whoever it was. And over time, I became this person who could just talk to people and I can just
Nice.
actually connect. And I mean, I still, it never really fully goes away. I still get super nervous and stuff, but like it did wonders for me. It did absolute wonders. But I don't know. I don't know if you know what social anxiety is like, but
Oh yeah. No, I'm
it
just
is,
thinking to myself as you're saying that. Like, yeah, like every
mhm.
time I walk into a freaking grocery store,
It's overwhelming. It's
it doesn't
so overwhelming.
I'm I'm a hoe for Instacart, dude. Like
That was
I
made
don't
for you. That was made for
yeah,
you.
no, yeah, they put my name in the contract. They're
Yeah.
like, "Hey, like if anybody
Yeah.
else wants to use it, cool, but
I
we're
knew it.
making this for this
Yeah. Like, yeah,
chick
y'all
for
can use
sure."
it, but it's not for you.
Yeah, but it's
It's not
mine.
for y'all. Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually relentless. Like it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
But it's like for me, it's great. It's pretty great.
Yeah.
But that's such a real thing. And I don't
Mhm.
know. I mean, I've always been like that too. And then it kind of makes me think like, oh, like how much did COVID like impact stuff like this and stuff like
Mhm.
that, you know? And
Mhm.
I mean, there was a point where I actually caught myself realizing like once the masks came off,
Mhm.
it was weird looking people in the eyes,
Oh, yeah.
you know? And I was like,
That's the main
whoa.
thing, is like looking people in the eye. Yeah.
Yeah. But then there's so many other angles I could look at that too, because I used
Mhm.
to be like I was like you, like,
Mhm.
or how you were expressing that, really socially awkward, really
Mhm.
introverted, like scared of the world for
Mhm.
most of my life
Mhm.
up until like my late teenage years. I started to
Mhm.
open up and like
Yeah.
have a personality and things like that. But that took a lot for me. Like it took so many different experiences to
Mhm.
actually helped me find like me, you
Yeah.
know, like the
Mhm.
me that I like, the me that I
Mhm.
put out in the world, or the me that I am every day, because like I like
Mhm.
myself, but I
Right.
hated myself my whole life,
Yeah.
you know?
And the thing is, at least for me, and I don't wanna, take words out of your mouth, but, like,
No, no, you're good.
for me,
Take them.
I noticed, like, it was never that, like, I changed myself. Like,
Hmm.
I have changed a lot, but, like, the core of Anthony, still the exact same one when I was a little kid through my
Hmm.
teenage years. It's almost like you get to a point where, like, you're forced to just stop caring. It's like
Yeah.
you just are unapologetically yourself, and you see how people react. But I notice, because like for me, I was always the one that just made everyone laugh. Like that is what I built my friendships off of.
Interesting.
That's what I was throughout middle school, high school, all this stuff. And it just got to a point where I was like, am I more than this? Like if I really stopped being funny for like a few months, would I still have friends?
You
And
got
it
sick
kind of
of
hit.
being the clown? Class
Yeah,
clown or
yeah,
what?
and I loved it. Obviously, it's exhilarating, but I'm like, "Wait, I'm more than this." And so there was a
Well,
period where it's like, "Okay, wait, there's more to me." But,
mhm.
like, that core of me never changed. That's still a big part of who I am, but, like, there's a part of discovery of yourself. You're just learning who you are really, and that's what you show, and that's how you start to connect, at least for me.
Oh, dude, I think honestly, I feel like that's the core of all of us. And I
Mhm,
could say exactly the same, or maybe a little bit different. But
mhm.
there are
Yeah.
so many layers to this experience, right?
Mhm,
And I have talked about this so many times, where like simply because it's a core belief of mine based on
mhm,
my experiences, and like observing those experiences almost like from a bird's eye view most of the
mhm,
time. Like I'm really introspective that way. Like I dive
mhm,
deep, but like
mhm,
I can look at it from a really detached perspective as well. I think you just
mhm.
posted something on detachment. I was like,
I did,
yes,
yes.
yes,
That
so
was
good,
yep, I knew
so
it, I
good.
knew you needed it, I knew it. I was like, "Sela's
Oh,
gonna love this one hit
I just
post."
I love it. I love it.
Mhm,
I can relate to it. I can
mhm,
understand it, you know?
mhm,
So it's so interesting watching kind of how you were saying, it's like it's still you at your core, but I've also watched it. I think it's expansion.
it
If
is.
we really dive into it,
Mhm,
right? It's not really like, oh, you changed or you're different now or this.
mhm,
No, I just like if it's done right, if it's
yeah,
done right, you're expanding into so much more
mhm,
of who you are, which is
yeah,
so fucking cool to me.
yeah, and the thing is, it's like people who would ever say, "You've changed," they never knew those real parts of you anyway. They knew you
No.
very one-dimensionally, and it just, like, it pokes at people when you start to expand. When you're more than just, "Oh, you're not just the class clown. Oh, you're
Hmm.
not just this person. You have a wide spectrum of who you actually are in your personality." And I think
Yeah.
I think it just tugs at people because I don't know, maybe they're not expanding themselves as well, but that's
Mm.
just yeah.
You know, it makes me think back to all of the times I was observing myself in situations like that.
Mhm,
I could talk about my experience more recently, which is really interesting, and we'll get into that. But specifically with what you're saying, where you're saying like people kind of get tugged by it, right? I do think we're all kind of mirrors for each other. And because of that, sometimes your existence alone will piss people off if you're like
mhm.
really standing in your truth or whatever is true to you in that
Mhm.
moment. Yeah, you've already hit so many points within the first. Has it already been 22 minutes? Am I
I did
tripping?
it might have been. I did wanna bring up
Yo.
something that
Please, yes.
I saw you repost, and it is one of my, like, bread and butter topics that I have not posted anything about because I don't want to, necessarily talk about a community because it's not talking about a community, but they would not like how I talk about it. You reposted a video about Christianity,
Oh yeah.
and he was talking about the psychology of it, and
Trying to
uh,
remember what video it was.
and again, just like the video you referenced, he was very smart. He was using a lot of, like, psychology terms and whatnot, but I still understood what he
I
was
feel like you
saying.
have to. You have to
Yeah.
with stuff like that. Like I grew up Christian, so but I'm
Mhm.
yeah, please keep going.
Well, that I
Do
just
tell.
remember you posting that, and, like, Christianity, to me, a big thing about it is, like, I've always looked at it as it's kinda hard to explain, like, I find high value in the Bible. I find a lot of valuable things within it, but what I can't help but notice is the religion part of it, and how, I mean, if we just take the word religion, it's derived from the Latin religior, which literally means to rely on. And
Wow.
I don't want to
Okay.
play a bunch of word games and, like,
No,
make
I'm
that explain my whole
you're
point, but
adding value here.
Okay.
So
Because
you can say whatever you want to say. I'm here for it.
And the thing is, it's like, the religion part of it is what I think is an issue. I think if there is any type of belief system, especially when it comes to spirituality, that is taking away from the self, I think that is a big issue. Christianity is not the only guilty one. I think all religions are guilty as that. I mean, that's the basis of like what I think. This is a massive topic because this isn't just like hearsay.
Yes,
like I do a lot of research on this too, so like I know a lot of stuff.
Same.
Like I've looked into Gnosticism. I've looked into a lot of stuff that it's very interesting.
It's super fascinating. I think I've covered this or like parts of this exact conversation in like 3 or 4 of the podcast episodes now. It comes up so frequently. And you know, it's interesting because even then, like all these conversations have been really neutral, right? And that's like, besides love being my religion, so to speak, you know, neutrality is actually my religion because I feel like everything is neutral before it has a perception attached to it. You know,
I agree.
Like,
I agree.
I'm neutral before you think anything of me and vice versa. Religion was never neutral to begin with, but God is neutral. So
when you say God, that is like, I used to use that term. If you scroll back like a few months, I used to say God in my posts a lot, and I stopped doing it because I genuinely think the biggest misconception is who people think God is. God is not like a who. It's quite literally everything, and even saying that like it's every thought, it's every this. So like, it's hard to explain that in our English language.
I agree.
And I just didn't want to go down that path. I didn't want to like give people the impression that like I was going down a religious path with my content and whatnot. That's why if you hear me most of the time, I will say the universe, I will say something along the line, reality, because that's more accurate than saying just God, in my opinion.
I'm with you. I'm definitely with you. I feel like I've toggled back and forth a little bit more recently, almost as a way of like, sometimes you can hit certain points with certain words, but I mean, even then, words in general, right? They're just like we are vessels with consciousness within, you know? I feel like words are kind of the same way. Like words are just these little containers for certain emotions and feelings, and it's like we're painting a picture with a variety of words, and sometimes God is like, it hits a point a little bit stronger. But exactly like what you just said, I think it is confusing because until like everybody has a different perspective on everything anyway. So it's like, I can't really narrow this down the way I'm trying to articulate it by using some of these terms.
Yeah. And I think, obviously, for a lot of people's case, they learn these teachings from a young age. And that's what reinforces it. That's what makes it sometimes almost impossible for them, depending on the degree that they were taught it, to even think outside the box. And I think, again, I can't remember specifically, but the video you reposted, like, he was talking about this too. A lot of it is just like a refusal to do critical thinking. That was his main core of the video.
Cognitive dissonance.
It's hardcore cognitive dissonance. And it's like, the only people that can free themselves from that are themselves. And that's why, like, I could make a whole separate TikTok page about talking about this topic and actually bringing that up. But it's like, how that would present to people who practice this and believe this is a threat. They're not going to listen to me because this is what I'm talking about. Like, when it comes to, like, love can be a lot of different things. Love is honest. I'm doing it from a loving sense. Love isn't always, oh, let me nurture you and all this. No, it's going to be honest right now. That's the standpoint that I would come from, but I know they wouldn't take it that way. And I've gotten handfuls of comments over time. I'm sure you have plenty of them too.
When my shit blew up on Facebook for the first time.
Oh boy.
Oh God, I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, I was like, I don't even use this app, bro.
Yeah.
And I remember that it was, you know what's so funny about it? I've mentioned this a couple times in other episodes as well, because I'm still, you know, the Open Tone podcast is fresh. So I'm still really like pushing it out there to kind of get the general core theme concept across, right? Because there were a lot of misconceptions, like even just the first couple weeks in about what it was. They're like, oh, like this community, that, and I'm like, First of all, I think this podcast is a consciousness of its own, and I'm just the conduit bringing it into the world. Okay,
Right.
I'm the fucking mothership.
Yeah.
But
I like that. That's what your name should be at the bottom. It should say mothership. I like that.
It'll be written in fine print. But basically, I posted this video, and it was basically about timeline shifting. And I write out a lot of my content, so I do spend time like kind of scripting it to an extent. And other ones, where I'm throwing the ADHD portions in there, that's just me.
Those are the best. Those are the best. I
like them. I'm like, this is me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's the most you. That's what makes it.
I can
cool.
focus too. I can focus.
Yeah.
For short periods of time, but I can focus. There you go.
Best of both worlds. I get it.
I swear I can focus.
I'm gonna swear too. Then I can definitely focus.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah. Anyway, so I posted this video about timeline shifting, and I kind of used like simulation theory up in there, but I think the beginning of the video is like, I'm going to explain to you why simulation theory is a real thing, but I'm going to explain it in a way that nobody's explained it to you. Because it kind of pulls away from the typical simulation theory and references more of the quantum science involved in timeline shifting. And then I use this analogy of a dome. This is where it gets fascinating, because the open dome, like, I don't even know how I came up with it, like the title, but it fits. It fits like a glove, dude. It's so cool.
So good. Yeah.
So basically, the timeline that you and I are in right now is like a dome. It's like a little floating dome, right? And you'll see this imagery across like the different, YouTube thumbnails or cover photos, stuff like that. It's a little dome, but it's essentially every timeline that could possibly exist is like a little dome, and it's on its own. Or if you look at a video game, like think about like a Mario Bros game or something. And then you have all the little, like you have the map, like the macro, and then within the macro, you have all the little micro worlds.
Right.
You know? So like every timeline is like one of those. And I'm not going to go into the whole video, but basically the concept behind it is once you start questioning your current beliefs or how you feel about certain things, hypothetically speaking, it's like throwing a rock, the dome that you might not have even known existed, and it starts to crack. And the more you question these things about yourself, about what you've been taught, about how you feel, about what you're choosing to accept or not, right? Yeah, like that's essentially breaking that cognitive dissonance. And the more you kind of throw those questions or those rocks at the dome starts to crack. And once it starts to crack, well, now you have access to a different timeline.
So much more information too.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So and then what's so fascinating is it went super deep into this, because I like to like kind of have my fact checks type of thing.
For sure.
But there's a limited set of possibilities within this experience that you're having right now. And it can't go past that until you step into a new timeline, which is why questioning your beliefs and everything you've been taught at times, sometimes it's not even that intense, right? Sometimes it's just like, oh, am I like accepting the bare minimum in this area of my life? Or do I have like a really bad habit that needs to change? And sometimes just changing that one thing will like completely skyrocket you into a different timeline.
And I actually, it's funny you say that, because I think it was on Instagram like about a month ago. It was like one of those slideshows with a bunch of quotes. And one of them said, you have no idea how much of your life you could change if you just got rid of your worst habit. Like, don't even think about how you can improve your life. Just think about, okay, what is the worst, most detrimental thing that I do in my life? And you stop doing that and things change like crazy.
Yeah, without you even trying.
No.
Which is so cool.
And you're right. Sometimes like there's some things that are like, okay, this is grueling to go through to change myself, because this is a complete identity shift. This is a death of an old self. And you feel that. Like there's a body response to that. But then some things it's like, oh, why was I doing that? And you just stop. And I think that's what's just so wild about experience in reality, is like the level of these things.
Dude, it's insane, actually. Do you ever like have those moments where like you do that for yourself, or even like relationships? I've noticed this always happens. It's like, I guess the best way I can explain it is like you're like so head over heels in love with somebody, you're like so attracted to them, and then like the moment you actually make the shift, you actually like maybe heal that part of yourself that was so attached to it, or I don't know, it could be a variety of things, right? The moment you actually get over that or get through that, you don't even look at them the same. Like it doesn't even, It's
They don't
like,
even cross your
what
mind.
was I attracted to? Or like,
Yeah.
what? It's crazy.
It is insane. It is
It's
insane
crazy.
because it's you weren't chasing that person. You were chasing what you thought they could patch your void that you have within yourself. That's really what it was. And when you realize,
Yeah.
like, oh, I could just fix this myself, they just dropped and they're like, oh, it's just, it's another human.
It
Like,
freaks
there's
me out a
nothing
little
there.
bit when you think about like why we're attracted to certain people at different
Mm-hmm.
times. And it's like, because I've been in a lot. I mean, sounds crazy. I've been in
Mm-hmm.
like a pretty hefty amount of like relationships, mostly like
Mm-hmm.
short term, but I was like a
Mm-hmm.
serial monogamist for like 5 years in a
Okay.
row. I
Mm-hmm.
don't even know why, because I was always so detached from everything. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
how did I end up? Hey, the lessons proved their point, so I'm not
Oh
upset
yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
But it's so weird
Mm-hmm.
looking back at so many of those patterns.
I think that is exactly what is beautiful about every single human. It's like, and I used to do this, and this is why I'm saying this, but like, it's so easy for people to just label a time of their life as just bad. Like, it was bad, it wasn't good, and all that. And I'm like, do you
Yeah.
not realize who you truthfully are? Like, you are consciousness, meaning you have infinite potential. Infinite. You are constantly changing. If you aren't constantly changing, I think that's the bad thing. If we're gonna label anything as bad, if you're staying the same, that's an issue. But if you're
If there is
constantly
anything
changing,
bad, you're correct. It's got to
yeah,
be that.
like you
If
got you got
bad
to
was
go with the
real,
flow
yep,
of change. Yeah, right. Like
yeah.
bad isn't even real, but if we're gonna label it like
But if it needs to be right now, it could
right,
be.
right, and that's I think, like I said, back to what I said at the very beginning. I think people are way too hard on themselves. I
Yeah.
think people are way too they're just so tough on themselves, and I don't know, they just don't think that they don't know who they truthfully are. And I think that question alone, if you just sat for people who, might, not be, I hate using this term, but like ascended spiritually aware and stuff, which everybody's capable. It's just some people haven't done it yet. Uh, if you just ask the question like, who am I?
Hmm.
That can, like you said, crack the dome. Like, it can send you down the craziest rabbit hole. And that's really what did
Yeah.
it for me. So,
When was that? How old were you when that happened?
honestly, it was a few years ago.
Nice.
I had an
Was
old
it
friend of
any?
mine. So it was one of my old friends. He was just sending me a bunch of like, he would talk to me a lot about these concepts, a lot of conspiracy stuff and whatnot. And I just found myself very fascinated by them. And when they call it a rabbit hole, it quite literally is. Like, you look into one thing, 3 weeks later, you're at the very bottom of it, and it's
Yeah,
still going
crazy.
down too. And so that's, I don't know. What about you? When did that happen for you? Would you
Oh
say?
gosh.
It's pretty recent for me. I'm not gonna lie.
It's cool. I mean, there's no like right or wrong time for it, you
Mm-hmm.
know? There's different moments of my life where I've had like different, I guess you could call them
Mm-hmm.
levels of awakenings.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm just kind of sick of certain terms because I've
Yeah.
been on this wave for so many years and I've like
Mm-hmm.
seen so many different types of people like when they start to tap into their spirituality. I think one of the first podcast episodes I made, like a singular one, like without
Mm-hmm.
anybody with me, I was talking about kind of like how just fed up I was with like the spiritual communities.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what's funny, even to branch off of that statement
Mm-hmm.
alone, I did just come I somehow the algorithm was like listening to my thoughts because
Mm-hmm.
freaking I came across like multiple videos, people talking about, yeah, it's like you go so far along the spiritual path and eventually you just become so normal
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
because you realize like that is the spiritual path.
Yeah.
The spiritual
It's
path
like a
isn't.
gigantic loop. It's
Yeah,
insane.
it's like the slingshot
Mm-hmm.
theory. But
Yep.
like it's crazy because it's like you end up back at square one,
Mm-hmm.
but different, like a
Yep.
completely altered version of yourself. It's like
Mm-hmm.
so many images are going through my head when I say that, but it's like
Mm-hmm.
you literally go through the entire like life cycle of the spiritual movement to
Mm-hmm.
come right back to like the origin of it
Yep.
all,
That's
but
that's crazy
as an
accurate.
aware version of yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And it's like,
It's mind
what the
blowing.
fuck? It's
It's like,
crazy.
that's all it was, but I mean, it's still like, you have knowledge that you couldn't have had unless you experienced it. There is no
Exactly.
thinking your way
Exactly.
through
It
it.
gave me chills.
Oh, it's crazy because I was thinking about that same thing a while ago. I was like, this has led me back to the same point, and that's why, because like you said, I get very fed up as well with, like, I guess spiritual terms, like you said. I get very fed up with, and I don't even want to say fed up, because I think what happens is this: there are people who, you know, might be starting their journey, and they're this whole, and this might be a very heavy, like, Christian doctrine and a religious doctrine where they're like, reject the flesh, reject your 3D, reject your body and all this stuff. And I'll admit, I was at that point as well, because that's just a stop on it. You're like, oh,
like
I hate being in this 3D. I'm an ascended consciousness. I'm not supposed to be here. And then you loop back around. You're like, no, you're supposed to integrate here. You're supposed to exist here. This is not somehow not you. Like, if you weren't supposed to be here, you quite literally would not be here. That's not an exaggeration. And I think people need to say that.
Actually, I know I can't even, like, play it dumb anymore. I try, dude. I'll try to, like, play these things dumb, but it's like, no, like, I've known for so long.
Yeah.
And then you have you have a couple, like, death experiences on DMT, and that'll do it. That'll show you everything you've been fucking missing, dog.
Yeah. See, I've never done stuff like that. I've done, the craziest what I've done is shrooms. And even that alone, like, that was an experience that, like, I think that kind of, like, flipped a switch in me, whether I realized it or not.
And it opened a door.
Yeah. And again, it's like, if I bring this up to a religious community or just the general populace, they're like, no, you were tweaking. You were just tweaking on this and that. I'm like, no, you don't understand. Like, what do you think is real and isn't real? Like, experience is the only reference for something being real.
Damn.
And I think that's what, like, it physically flipped a switch in me. Even if I wasn't, like, conscious of it, even if it was, like, subconscious, it just flipped a switch in me when I did that stuff. It just opened up, like, I can't even put it into words. English language ain't gonna do the best for it. So
hey, you're in the right space for it, because you don't have to say much for me to, like, absolutely fucking understand, for sure.
Yeah.
God, I've tapped in quite a bit at this point in my life, and not so frequently anymore. One of the last, like, really big mushroom trips I had, yo, God spoke, my guy, and he was like, man. I'm not even gonna say he, it, what, no, it. I mean, my higher self, higher self, mushroom guides, whatever, dude. I don't. You know what? I don't give a damn.
Mushroom guides, I love that.
Yeah, my mushroom teachers, you know, that's how I've always looked at them.
I just picture like a little gnome. That's what I picture.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Well, you know, it's a crazy experience. This actually happens a lot in my dreams too now. I feel like I feel like you're big into dreams. It's just kind of something I'm picking up about you.
Oh, yeah.
So we can definitely get into this. I'm big into it.
I have all of my dreams written down.
Same.
Oh, this is very exciting.
And then I make dreamscapes with AI to get, like, accurate depictions of what I dream.
Sick. That's such a good idea.
I know. But I feel like that's something like up your alley. That's just the vibes you give me. Like, watching all your
that's an
content
idea you gave me to create those dreams. That's so cool. Because I've had absurd ones.
Dude, we'll talk about it. I'll show you how I do it.
Please. Because I need to make some.
I'm here for it. That's the thing too. Like, first time meeting, okay, but we're homies now. So deal.
If we could talk about dreams, that's a threshold. We've hit that status.
That's the standard. Yeah. But I guess back to that trip that I had. I always see, like, animated hieroglyphics everywhere. It's like, it's almost like the language that shows, or the way things communicate with me. They're like through these animated hieroglyphics. It's crazy. And I was looking at my wall, and they were covered in hieroglyphics, and it was like timelines of, or it was like these how do I explain it? Like these long strips of, like, different like animated, just like stories almost, but it was conscious evolution. And it was, like, layered down my walls, and I could understand it just by, it was like if you put a book to my head and I just understood everything, and it was crazy. But the message, this is crazy, dude. The message that ended my trip was, you need to leave some room for mystery. It was kind of like, what makes you keep coming here? Like, why do you keep doing this? Like, not like, why are you here? But I kind of feel like I almost got, like, kicked out of mushroom world in a weird way.
The gnomes
the
were
same
done
way
with
people.
You.
Yeah. They were like, you're done here. Like, you've received everything here that you can possibly receive. And you know what's really fucking crazy about it? The only reason I'm able to even perceive it this way now is because I did end up down like this DMT rabbit hole at one point, and they were like talking about how you can get kicked out of DMT land. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And I'm like kind of thinking back to this trip. I'm like, wait a second. I'm thinking about all the times I've taken mushrooms after that and nothing happens.
That's crazy.
I'm like, yo, but here's what's crazy too, is there's so many studies that show like after enough of that is consumed over a period of time, it's mushrooms are so closely related to our DNA, like more than apes, more than monkeys, right? Which is what? You're telling me that I'm a mushroom god? Yeah, it seems like a joke, but it makes a lot of sense too, because kind of the progression of my life experience, I'm talking like start to now, is I almost said start to finish. I was like, whoa, I'm not done here. Hold on.
Whoa,
wait,
no,
too soon. But the progression of like my life experience has been really fascinating because I've seen everything from my gifts to like my ability to like astral travel to how I communicate, how even telepathic abilities have like expanded.
Oh yeah.
Just all of these things involving the other side, which is such a vast concept, right? That's such a limited way of explaining that.
Right.
But everything unseen, unseen, right? That being said, I think I've taken these substances enough to the point where there's studies that say like it becomes so much a part of you, like you like embody the substance.
Yeah.
And mentally, the way that's capable of rewiring your brain, you know, it's fascinating the conversations I've had with people. Oh, have you ever done mushrooms? But no, like, I just don't really feel I'm not ready. It was like, or you know what? You know, it's a really good one when people are like, yeah, like, I don't feel like I'm in the right headspace to do them. It was like, that's why you need to do them.
That's exactly why you need to do it.
It's the best time for you to do them. Yeah, it's probably going to suck for you. I'm not going to lie, but that's it.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
But obviously, it's so important who you do it with, like the first time and this and that. Like, I would never tell somebody this.
1,000,000%.
I feel like I would never have that conversation without also maybe offering the occasional, like, dude, I've taken so many people on their first, like, mushroom journey. It's crazy. So many people now. Like, I feel like maybe I could get paid for this at this point.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, whatever.
That'd be a fun position. Most of the time, I would hope. You never know what's going to happen with certain people. But yeah.
That'd be super cool. And I would usually go about it taking like a really small dose so that I could kind of get on a more transcendental wavelength and then also guide them through it, but be able to understand where they were at within their journey, which is really cool. And I'm also like, I'm like heavy on the psychic intuitive side. So for me, that was like the perfect tool for me to be able to connect, relate, and provide a safe space in the way that they needed it throughout that experience. It's like I was with them in it, but not where they were at exactly. You know what I mean?
That's very valuable too, because like it sounds kind of crazy, like how I'm gonna put this, but I haven't done shrooms in like 6 years. I did it when I was 20 in college a couple times, so it'd be a very wild thing to do them now, especially how much I've changed. But over the years, I smoke weed from time to time, but I would notice something that would happen a lot when I first started smoking weed. I would get like it was like roulette. Like randomly, I would have a fantastic time. I would have a fantastic high. I'd have a great night, whether I was by myself with friends. And then a lot of times I would have horrible highs, like terrifying thoughts.
Around people?
Most of the time, however, I would do it by myself and I would just be thrown into these like wild negative thought loops. And what sounds crazy, it's like, Anthony, you should stop that. You shouldn't do that. And I was like this isn't normal, but I have this intuition that it's trying to show me something. And I know that sounds like maniacal. Like, why would you keep doing that?
It sounds like you're borderline genius, to be honest with you.
Well, and I was like, okay, if like I'm just going to be brave enough to face this. Like, this is expansion in real time using psychedelics.
Yeah, exactly.
And I remember vividly, this was like 2 years ago, I got really high and I sat on my bed. And I won't say specifically what it was, but I remembered something so traumatic that happened from my childhood. And it like hit me so hard and it made me connect everything. And I was like, this is wild. And from that point forward, like I've just it sounds crazy, but like I've mastered when I get high to not, it's not about getting rid of that. It's like the stuff I talk about. It's like these thoughts just like pile into me.
Yeah, yeah, I
But
wanna get into that with you, actually,
right.
because
And it was crazy. It was like I was quite literally training myself. And I don't
Mhm.
know, I'm gonna
Mental boot
make
camp?
a Dragon Ball Z reference right here.
Yeah, let's do it.
The Saiyans, when they get beat, the closer to death they get beaten, they become stronger. I feel like that's what was happening. And I also feel like that's what happens with people a lot. The problem is they just see bad thought, they shut themselves out. They numb, they avoid, and it just comes back
Mhm.
10 times harder. So,
Yeah. No,
mhm,
totally totally relatable, actually. Do you feel like you
mhm,
were No, see, I can't even ask this question because I feel like, I see you. I see
mhm,
you because very similar, oddly similar
mhm,
experiences, like, throughout life, but I would assume, and you correct me if I'm wrong, but I would
mhm,
assume that you've always been really I wanna say it's like a combination of being hyper aware, maybe even
mhm,
hyper vigilant to an extent.
mhm. Oh,
You
that's
were probably
that word right there resonates a lot.
Yeah, I can feel
Mhm,
it in my
mhm.
fingertips.
Yeah.
So, hypervigilant most of your life,
Mhm,
probably compensated for that through
mhm.
your sense of humor and how you made people feel comfortable,
Yep.
but also that ties directly to having this hypersensitivity about you, but you were
Mhm,
probably feeling so many things within the unseen
mhm,
that you couldn't yet understand up until maybe a few years ago
mhm. Yeah.
when you started to have these sort of expansive outlooks on things.
I would say that was a common theme growing up. Like, I was the sensitive one. Like,
Mhm.
things just got to me. It wasn't hard to upset me. But what I notice is that's carried on. And as I've become more aware in who I am now, I used to struggle a lot, even like in the past few years when I'm on this journey. Like, I'm very, like, it's so quick for me. I'm sure you can relate when people just like something's bothering them. I can sense
You can
someone
smell
shift,
it.
like I can sense it so easy. I know, like, I can feel it in the room when the attitude shifts. Like, if it's quiet, if literally
Oh,
nothing
can you
happened, I'm like,
feel when it's,
something's
like,
wrong.
also not even close in proximity to you, and you're like,
Mhm.
"I know you're carrying some weird shit towards me,
Yeah.
dog, I can."
Yep. And that's the thing. You talked about psychic stuff.
Mhm,
Speaking of that, because that's kind of branches off. I have literally had psychic, like, connections with people. Like,
mm.
this has happened countless
Oh,
times
like
at
this
this
one,
point. Yeah, exactly. And this is like,
my dog.
it's happened so many times that it kind of freaks me out. I will literally, like, whether I'm driving, whether I'm in my room, whether I'm doing whatever, I will just, someone will pop into my mind. It isn't like on
Mhm,
my train of thought, and it's
yeah.
weird because it just comes out of nowhere. Literally within 2 seconds, they will text me. That
Oh,
has
yeah.
happened like so many times to me. It was happening with family members, with people I haven't talked to in a long time. And it also plays into, like, my dreams. I really wanna talk about dreams, by the way.
Let's
Like,
dive
I would
right into
love to
it.
hear, because I had a dream one time. I had a dream one time, and I did something the next day. Like, I had a very vivid dream about a couple people that were involved in my life very heavily. This was a romantic interest of mine,
In real
and
life?
yes.
Okay.
And I had a dream about something that happened, and it was a vivid dream. I saw where I was, I saw who I was talking to, I saw the circumstances. The very next night, that thing happened at a place that I wasn't planning on going. It wasn't, like, on my schedule. I wasn't planning on seeing these people, so it wasn't like I was having some intuition like, "Oh, this will probably be brought up." Just completely random, and it just predicted the future like that, and that was just one of many. I've had multiple dreams like that, but it's indescribable when stuff like that happens. I can't even put it into words.
Oh, dude. I could talk about dreams. Actually, I do talk about dreams, like, way more than I probably should, but,
Mhm.
hey, back to,
They're
like,
fun.
not giving a fuck about things, and you reach that point where you stop giving a fuck. When I
Mhm.
reached that point, that's when my life got dramatically more better,
Yeah.
you know?
It is a wonderful side of the grass to say.
Yeah, honestly, it is the grass is greener over here, I'm not gonna
Mhm.
lie about it.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to, like, being able to just, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, just fluidly, confidently express, like, those parts of myself, which
Mhm.
oddly enough, you would think, like, maybe when you start opening up in this realm of
Mhm.
things, you know, not everybody can understand, not everybody can relate. You probably go through that weird phase where you're like, I feel
Mhm.
so misunderstood. I'm not going to talk about anything. And then once you get
Mhm.
over it, you realize that so many more people are actually really fascinated with
Oh
these
yeah.
conversations and these topics
Yep.
than you
Mhm.
thought.
Yeah.
And I think that's like the irony of it is
Mhm.
like when you stop giving a fuck, you realize that
Mhm.
nobody else actually gave a fuck ever.
Right.
It
Right.
the only time people actually gave a fuck in, like, the weird way that they
Mhm.
gave a fuck was probably because that was something, like, you were projecting onto them,
Yeah.
which is
100%.
crazy,
Yeah.
crazy. Uh,
'Cause
so now I'll
it
talk about the
definitely
show. Go
it
ahead.
it just it when you say something that really lights someone up, they're remembering something within themselves, and that's why it sticks with them.
Yeah,
So, I mean, it can be one sentence, but I'm sure you've experienced it, when you first started talking about these topics with people for the first time ever, people just didn't really care. There might have been a few, but, like, people just it's not even that they rejected it, they just didn't care. You could tell when you're
yeah,
talking to them, they're just like it's just shutdown mode. You're getting that blank stare, and it's like, "Okay."
yeah. No, 100%,
Mhm.
100%. I think it was a combination of, like, they didn't care and also those earlier phases opening up into this side of myself, which was
Mhm.
years ago. I mean, I feel like the peak of it for me was when I was, like, 19.
Mm.
And when I was 19, I was, like, in the heat of my spiritual supremacy, you
Mm.
know, where
Mhm.
like, had all the answers, and I was like, "This is what you need to be doing because this
Yep.
is what's"
Oh,
and
yeah.
now I'm like, "Hey, dude, live your life. I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck."
Yeah.
You know?
That's
And
a good way to
if
put it, the supremacy. I
honestly,
like that. I like that.
it's the best way to describe it. It's the
Mhm.
best way to describe it because that really is it's like the same way we talk about religion, right?
Mhm.
Spirituality it's the same shit. It's
Mhm.
the exact same thing. Like you
Mhm.
can't even change my mind about that, you know? And
Yeah.
I feel like I can talk about these things this way because I've been on both sides of the spectrum. And I feel
Mhm.
like that's like where wisdom really comes from is
Mhm.
being on both sides of the same coin. And
Yeah.
once you're on, you know, but because at that point you find neutrality in the center of it and like
Mhm.
I can truthfully say, like, everything that I get out on the internet is it's coming from a neutral space or a
Mhm.
detached point of view. Like, I've been
Mhm.
able to integrate this and understand it, so now I can put it out there without having a bias towards it, and I feel like that's if there's a secret to life, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
The
It's a different
indifference.
life experience, you know?
Mhm. Yeah, I agree. It's like an indifference almost. It's kinda like
Yeah.
like the loop you were talking about. You get back to a point to where you realize, like, I don't know, it's like before there's such an like I like the term you use when you say the spiritual supremacy because
Mhm.
like I was the same way. It's like when I first learned these things and eh, I didn't do anything
Hi.
else but just try to force it down people. Like I just tried to tell
Mhm.
them, I tried like, no, this is what you need. No, no, no. And then obviously that's not met with no one likes to just be lectured. I don't necessarily blame them, but
Yeah.
that's a perfect way to put it. I like that term.
It's, that and, granola. I use granola to describe
Mm,
that community of people quite
yeah,
often.
yeah.
It's very off-putting now, to say the
Mhm,
least.
mhm.
Hi. My cat Thor he's hanging out. He's
I'm
come to join
surprised
the
my
party.
cats have not tried to bother me
You
right
have
now.
cats.
I have
Oh wait,
3
I
of
saw your profile photo. You did have cat. I
mhm,
was like, oh my, you have 3 cats too.
mhm.
Dog, I got
I
three
have
cats.
let's go.
Hi,
3
Bubba. Come here.
supremacy.
Come here. You
Yeah,
want to come?
one of mine is just she is out right now.
Are they
She's not
girls,
even
boys, both?
I have 2 twin girls that are tiny, and then I have a black cat boy.
Well,
He's the rambuck. See, they won't do
yes.
that to me. He will jump up on my lap, but he's in the basement right now probably going crazy on something. Probably food.
I love
So,
this. It's like the perfect like aesthetic
oh
prop.
yeah. Is she gray? I can't tell the
So all my cats are boys. I'm a
oh,
boy
okay.
mom.
Mhm,
Yeah,
okay.
he's gray. This is Thor. And then he has
Oh,
a half
I love
brother.
that.
He's got a little I have a black cat. His name's Odin. And
Oh,
then my
hell
first
yeah.
baby is
Hell yeah.
Raja, and he's a little brown tabby.
Nice. I like
Yeah, I
that.
love them. I love them. They
Yeah.
honestly do. They keep me grounded. Speaking of dreams, they show up in my dreams all the fucking time.
Mm, I had I had the most, like, beautiful dream. I couldn't even, like this is the one I wanna make an AI. I was just with my black cat who, like the girl cats, they're very skittish. Like, they love me
Mhm.
sometimes, and they're like, "Get away from me." he doesn't leave me alone. And I had a dream where it was like I was in the middle of a grass field and it was just me and him and we were just walking. And like the sunset, he was hopping over and I don't even know where we were going, but it was the most like vivid dream I've ever had. And it was the most
Holy
peaceful
shit.
thing ever.
Dude, yeah,
It was
I'll teach you
wonderful.
how to make them. I feel like there's so much I could say about the dream stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The most fascinating dream experience I've had.
Mm-hmm. I'm
It's,
curious. I want to hear this.
no, you're not going to do that because I have everything written down and I've been sorry, you're not supposed to do that. I've been writing them down for so many years.
Mm-hmm.
And
Same.
so I've got journals upon journals, like it's
Hell yeah.
crazy. But now
Hell
they're
yeah.
all in my notes on my phone and I've had to like upgrade my phone to like massive storage
Yeah.
sizes because
That's crazy. That is a lot.
no, it's not the fact that I don't ever delete my text or that I have like 42,000 photos. It's actually probably the fact that I have every fucking dream I've ever had ever. So
why you got 50 gigs in your notes? What's this?
yeah, don't ask me questions, you know?
Right.
But what's crazy is I started noticing patterns, and these patterns were fascinating. I never had the same dream twice, but I was going to the same places all the time. And there were so like the very vast places, but there were how do I even
Oh man.
please
He's
hold.
beating shit up.
Please
I
hold.
just
I need you to not do that. This is my special light.
Oh, that's funny. I'm surprised that hasn't happened with me. My cat's I call him the Black Lightning, bro. He is fast
Don't
as
do it.
hell.
I'd be visiting the same locations over and over again.
Okay.
And I started to notice this and I was like, that's really weird because now I'm like I can lucid dream all the time. Sometimes I'll have dreams where I'm like third perspective and first perspective in one go. It's the weirdest thing ever. I was able to start mapping out my dreamscapes.
That's so
like,
cool. That is sick.
Dude, like dead ass.
That's some Inception type shit. That's cool.
That's what everyone I've ever told that to, they all say the same thing. And it's funny, I've never actually watched that whole movie through. So I'm just like agreeing. I'm agreeing with everyone. Like, yeah.
Yeah. You should watch it then. I feel like that's a sign. You've said a lot of people. You should watch it all the way through.
Or maybe they made Inception for me.
They did. Christopher Nolan definitely made that for you.
Yeah, that was they actually. Yeah, they made the movie about me. So, fun fact.
Yeah, yeah. When I watched it when I was like 10, I was like, "This is gonna be someone I know. This is about someone I'm gonna meet in 16
I can't wait
years.
to meet her." Yeah, that part. Yeah. So that being said, I have these dreams mapped out essentially. Like, there's a water planet, there's an airport, there's a hotel. There's a ooh, this was fancy because I know you want to talk about ETs while we're here. There's an interdimensional trading hub. Obviously, I've named all of them because I'm over here like I am gonna do something big with this.
Yeah,
eventually.
No, you can. You
On
can.
top
You will.
I will.
Yeah.
I've already started, but like at the end of the day, 24 hours in a day really don't cut it. And I'm not at the point yet where I'm being fully paid to exist. You know? So like when I'm being paid dude, help me grow the shit out of this podcast. Let me tell you.
Oh yeah.
You know,
hey, I'm on double time right now. I got fired a month ago.
You feel me?
So
Did
I do
you?
not have a job right now. So
Low key?
Yeah. It's
since we're bouncing from one end of the spectrum to the other.
Yeah.
Like I tattoo, but I had to like take a massive step back because my wrist is all fucked up.
Oh man.
So now I'm like,
you ice skate, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that what did you do it during ice skating or okay.
No. I did it because I've been working my fucking ass off for the last 6.5 years, like in survival mode, right? Like I just got to survive back and forth, and like the first 4 years of it were, dude, I was pushing like 12 to 14 bangers a day. Like I was making great money.
Yeah.
But it's like I think back, there's like I really worked. Like I feel like you can get really good at anything if you like double down on it, right?
Yeah.
That's
100%.
kind of my experience with my tattoo career. Like I didn't necessarily double down because I had to. It was just like the circumstances were like the perfect recipe for me to like work my ass off, make really good money, and then my life sort of, for lack of better terms, like my life kind of fell apart. And then I've made so many pivots in between, and then I we're going to save this one for another episode. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But long story short,
Mm-hmm.
I've had to step back, and that's kind of hence the podcast and the timing of this. I'm able to like really like put my head down and on that.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you take a little bit of a risk when you're like, I'm making less money now because I'm not
Mm-hmm.
working, but I also
100%, yeah.
can't work the way I used to. Like, I'm forced to
Mm-hmm.
not work.
Yeah.
Like, bro, like the universe is like, hey, bitch, you're half
You gotta lock
canceled.
in.
You're
Yeah.
half fired.
Yeah.
Focus on this, you know?
Yeah.
So
Literally.
I'm still doing it, but I have
Mm-hmm.
to like, I have to be really conscious about how much I work because I am 27 and I would like
Mm-hmm.
to keep my hand.
Oh yeah. You gotta be careful. I
So
mean, I thought you had an ice skating accident or something like that.
no. I fell on my face like 2 months ago. That was really
Ooh.
fun.
Sounds
Didn't
fun.
break anything. It just like
Have you ever broke a bone?
I broke my ankle figure
Okay.
skating 2 years ago trying to teach myself a spin because I'm kind of like a daredevil that way. I was like, I can do it
That's
myself. And I was
risky.
like,
I can't ice skate, so props to you. That is.
hey, I love it. I love it. It's like that one thing I've got that just like I get to do that in the mornings. I have more time for it now too. It's like it keeps me feeling myself,
Yeah.
you know?
It's a
That
fun
and
activity.
like hiking. Yeah, I love it.
That's where I just went on my road trip. I was out in East and West Glacier in Montana.
Wow. I hear Montana's beautiful.
Oh my goodness. It's something else. Me and my buddy took a hike. I think it was East Glacier. East or West Glacier, and at the top of it is a waterfall that is just like so much water falling down and like
so much waterfall.
It's insane. I didn't even know that was possible. Like you could barely stand by it because of how much the wind was gusting and how much water was just being sprayed on you. It was insane. Yeah.
That's so sick, cool. Dude.
Yeah. It was.
Do you take a lot of road trips?
Well, usually at least once a year. One of my buddies used to be out in Boston, and I'm in Ohio, so we would drive there, which is about a 12-hour drive. So we did that while he was out there, which was like four years in a row.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, but this one was 25 hours there and then 27 hours back, so...
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I'm just, in my head, I'm thinking about all the bathroom breaks I would need.
Yeah, and I'm a health nut, so, like, I was eating, like, absolute shit, which, is, like, whatever. I'm enjoying myself, but...
Yeah.
I even have it right here. I had a pack of sea salt with me, and I was constantly drinking water, so I stayed hydrated, because I knew if I got dehydrated...
Which is, like, plain sea salt?
Actually, this one's from the Cayman Islands. My parents got me it.
Wow.
But any sea salt's good. But like if I was dehydrated at that elevation, I would have gotten so sick. And so I was like, I'm not playing with this. Like I went to a wedding. We were drinking there. I did not want to play with that elevation and being dehydrated. So I kept that in my pocket, ready to go, and did the best I can. And I felt good. So
that's good.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes dudes are like so good at just like manhandling. They're like they can just, dude. I've had some friends that I don't know how they do it. I don't know, like the benders and just like,
that's crazy.
You're treating your body like shit and you still look amazing. And it's like, do you feel normal? Like what?
Yeah.
I'm over here like now, dude. If I have one drink, I'm cooked. I'm cooked.
I mean, I would definitely not call myself a heavyweight, but like. When I like prepare for it for a while or like get my tolerance up, I should say, I can throw down stuff like nobody's business. It's just like if I did that right now,
too. I'm just gonna be cooked the next day.
Yeah, I have a cure for that, and it's gonna sound very wild, but chocolate milk actually.
Whoa!
I know it sounds so crazy, and I know people are like, oh, it's gonna curdle in your stomach. I'm telling you, so. I live by a local grocery store, like I can walk to it right now, and they have like these little pints.
You should walk to it right now.
Well, actually, they're closed. It's 11:30, but
I was like, let's go on a trip.
To
the grocery store.
I'll just bring the camera with me. Yeah,
yeah.
Let me switch to my phone real quick.
Desktop with you. Yeah. We're gonna go to this.
Anthony, what are you doing here? Don't worry about it. I'm giving you guys promos. Don't worry. But
everyone
have
go visit. No,
yeah.
sorry.
Oh, for sure. They have this like little pint-sized chocolate milk, and it's low temp pasteurized, so it's better than the regular just store-bought stuff I can get at like the regular grocery store. But last time I went out, I drank a lot. I went with my friends out to a bar.
A lot of chocolate milk, or
no? I drank a lot.
I know.
Alcohol.
I was kidding.
I wish I would have been wired, but that's all I had. When I got back in the car, I didn't drive. Obviously, I just drank that, and then I had a little bit of I think pretzels, so I had some salt in it. I woke up the next day, no headache, no nothing. Like, and I was way above the level that
Wow.
should have given me that. That's like the third time now.
What are they putting in
So
that chocolate milk though?
I
It's
tried to research it. It's
fat.
something with
Fun
the
fact, it's
fat to
actually
protein ratio.
yeah,
I
it's
don't
probably
know.
Molly water, honestly.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the brand I'm
That's
getting
probably what it
actually.
was. Yeah.
I'm still gonna use it then. I don't care. That's like miracle work what it did for me because I should have been
Yo.
like bedridden for 12 hours after the amount that I drank. So,
Yo. Good
yeah.
for you. Good for you for
Yeah.
discovering your chocolate milk cure.
Yeah.
That's
It's nice. I would
people
suggest it.
over
But if it
here
doesn't
thinking
work,
like,
I'm sorry. I'm not an
well,
expert, but
yeah. You know, actually I have to go. I'm gonna go out tonight and test your theory. So
okay. But
no, I'm just kidding. I
let me
do
know.
live
I
in
hope it
Vegas
works.
though, so I mean
I was gonna say I didn't know you were in Vegas. I was like,
nobody
man,
thinks I'm in Vegas.
Hmm.
They're like,
I've never been.
they're like, how is the girl like you living in Vegas?
Mm-hmm.
I lived in Hawaii before this.
Oh, okay, cool.
Kind of like circumstances led me here, so
Yeah.
it's cool.
Okay.
I like Vegas.
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, like wherever you are, you're going to have an experience based on how you feel about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like
Yep.
it's really not the place, like to an extent it is, but it's also like, I mean, I've hit rock bottom here and not loved Vegas as much,
Yeah.
but I've
Mhm.
also, in the 2 years I've been here, I've hit some highs, some
Mhm.
personal highs, and like been so fucking stoked to live here. So it just
Mhm.
depends, But
Yeah.
the cool thing about Vegas is there's something for everyone. There
Mhm.
really is. As far as the people out here go, I think people are people.
Yeah.
It's the same everywhere I've ever been. I lived in
Mhm.
Hawaii and people were like, wow, you must have met the best people. And I was like, well, at the time of my life that I lived there. What are you
He's
looking
talking.
for?
I
You
can
can
hear
hear him?
him. Yeah.
Yeah. He's crying at the closet.
It's kind of sad.
So
Closets are kind of sad. I guess I get him. I understand what he's
closets are
saying.
kind of sad. What are you sad for?
I can
I don't know
understand
what
that.
he's yeah, it's funny.
You basically said like wherever you are, like people are people. But you said like
Yeah.
it's
I
just a
mean,
reflection of how you feel about yourself, which I agree
Vegas
with.
people.
I mean, I don't.
Both.
The thing is,
There's both.
and I'm curious what you think about this too, because like obviously I live in Ohio. People have their impressions of Ohio. I live in a suburban area.
No, I mean the only thing I really think about when I hear Ohio is milk cartons. So
Yeah. And I mean, I don't help myself. In my bio on TikTok, it has the corn next to the Ohio.
I did see
I'm not
that.
in the
Isn't that
cornfields though.
But that's a Nebraska thing. I'm
Yeah,
not
it
into
is.
cornfields. Dude, I did
in the cornfield.
That's one hell of a statement, dude.
Yeah, I'm not. I thought that was
Whatever that
synonymous.
means.
People think of Ohio and they're like, oh, that's got to be farmland out there. I'm like, bro, like, look where I live.
Is
I do
it?
not live. I mean, most of it is. It depends on where you are.
So
I'm
it
in
is
Southwest
cornfields.
Ohio.
So you are into cornfields.
Yeah, a little bit. They're kind of cool. I've been to a few, what are they called?
Are there like serial
corn
killers
maze.
out there?
There probably. I don't know.
Nice.
I'm not
You're
entirely
like,
sure.
I'm one of them.
Yeah. I'm not going to dox my last
Yeah.
name, but my last name is the same as a serial killer of a name that he
Really?
took. And there's a
Well,
documentary on it. It's very
that's my time.
sus.
So
Yeah. It's
sick.
It's sus because I read that. I'm like, he's not
He's
related
over
to
here.
us.
You got the stash, the long hair.
Yeah.
You're in like the darkest room I've ever
Oh,
seen. I
yeah.
can only see your little
Wait,
head like floating.
Hold on. So I didn't even have my lamp on at first when I tested this earlier, and this is how I was going to show up to the podcast. Hold on.
Let's see it.
This.
Let's see it.
It was going to be so, like, you can't even see me, bro. I
Yeah.
turned my camera on and I was like, okay, I'm not trying to scare this girl, bro. Like, this is terrifying. So this is a little better. Like, you can at least see my closet and stuff.
Everything comes down to neutrality. So if darkness is your vibe, then it's that's my vibe too.
No,
Honestly, I would have gone in on it with you. Lights off, dude. I mean, I tried to see what these would look like. Like, I can show you. I just don't feel like it looks that great, but the lights are so cool, right? Oh, wait, no, you can't even.
That's sick.
No. Whoa.
Oh, that is cool. Wait a minute.
Am I glitching?
Whoa.
That didn't look like that before.
Let's do, so we got the Dark Lord, and then we got, like, I don't know, like Tron over here.
Yo, that's
what is this
actually
podcast
insane.
about, bro? What are we doing here?
I look like I'm glitching.
Yeah, that's cool. The footage.
It's just the light.
What the hell,
Whoa.
bro? That was not there before.
Is it changing? No, it's
Bro.
not. It's not changing.
Why is that red and then...
What? Yo, that was like a I look sick right now. I gotta take
Yeah,
a
this is
photo.
cool.
My cat's
Hey,
just watching.
LED light companies sponsor us. We could do
Whoa.
this. We could do this for 2 hours if you wanted us
That
to.
look, I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it. Wait.
Oh, we're seasoned vets at this point. We know how to work these remotes right here. We know exactly what we're doing.
How many? Hold on. We got a couple. It's just like show our
This
remote
one's
collection.
intricate. Yeah, it's fire. Sponsor us. Sponsor us. We know what we're doing. We know how to work a moat. We know how to do it.
Hell yeah. Hell
That's
yeah,
funny.
dude. What's your birthday?
October 19th.
Spooky.
Mm-hmm. I
Spooky.
think that's
You're
a Libra. I don't
Libra.
get too much into astrology. I don't know that
Yeah.
much about it, but
It's fun to like fuck around and find out, but yeah, I'm not like, it's cool. It's cool.
It can be fascinating sometimes because like when I was in college, I remember this girl was very into it and she's like, "Can I give you a reading?" I'm like, "Okay, yeah." And she did and like knew nothing about me and she laid out my entire life and I was like,
oh yeah,
okay, maybe they're not bullshitting. Maybe it's actually
they know what they're doing.
Because I know it's a common theme, like, oh, it's a bunch of crap. I'm like, I don't think it is, but
I think there's a lot of depth to it, but you have to be willing to sort of like dive into that also. Like with anything, it's there's a lot more to it than we like to acknowledge from time to time.
I agree.
But
to shut out, yeah. I agree.
I feel like we've got like 10 minutes up in here, but I want to. Like, am I still gonna hit the gym tonight? That sounds psychotic. I'll probably do it.
Mine's 24 hours, so I could go again, low key.
Oh yeah, you don't fall asleep till what, like 6 a.m. or some shit?
I used to. I'll probably go to bed at like 2 a.m. tonight. So I got a couple hours. It's 11:45 right now. We're chilling. We're chilling. I might go on a walk, low key.
Hey.
I know it's kind of scary. This is gonna sound like maniacal and not gonna help.
Yeah, you're the one in a dark room.
Yeah, this isn't gonna help that image, but I like to take walks at night and I don't bring my phone. I try to get lost. Like I try to walk to a point to where I don't know where I'm at. I just find that fun. I know it's super dangerous, but...
Sorry, the bug came back. He came back for that conversation.
I didn't see it. Is it a gnat or is it a fly? It better not be a gnat. Those things piss me off, bro.
I don't know, but it kind of scared me. I don't know why it was this big, but it terrified me.
But what I don't always do it high, but I will get high sometimes and do it. And it is the most beautiful, peaceful thing ever. I love it. It sounds maniacal, but it's a little fun.
Well, I do have an experience where I can relate to that, but it has nothing to do with the dark and walks without my phone. That's
okay.
Yeah, that's psychosis. But it's okay. I'm not judging you. I have my own versions of it. I think I like to what do I like to do? I like to cry next to my bathtub.
There you go. Bathroom is a therapeutic place, let's be honest. Very therapeutic.
Yeah. My cat's litter box in there and everything. It's my favorite.
Yeah, see, I have a cat room for them. They stay in their room when they're, so they don't destroy everything.
When I've got my own place, we'll upgrade. We'll upgrade. For now, they get the bathroom where I take shits, We take shits together.
That's good. See, that's therapy. Y'all taking a dump at the same time? Look at that.
Oh, please follow me to the bathroom. I love them.
Yeah, we can do this together. Come on.
There was this one time when I lived in Hawaii. I went paddleboarding with my landlord. He was. We're cool like that. And he's like, "Yeah, you want to come paddleboarding?" I think he was asking me because he knew I was always alone and like painting and like really isolating myself. And I was like weird. I'm still weird. I'm just like a cool weird now. Yeah. Now it's like, I kind of fuck with her because she's weird, but like I kind of fuck with that weird, Back then I wasn't the fuck withable weird. I was like
100%.
I don't fuck with her weird. Anyway,
scary.
I think I was a little. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not. But he invited me paddleboarding. I was like, oh yeah, that sounds sure. Yeah. So we paddleboard like a couple mile beyond yonder, in the middle of the ocean. It was whale season. Super cool, by the way. If you've never been in the ocean and heard a whale. Whew. Have you ever cried underwater before, dude?
Oh my God. No. That sounds scary.
It is. But like beautiful. But
well,
really,
specifically the ocean, I mean, because like the ocean, I don't know, it freaks me out.
You're like dramatically dripping tears down your face underwater.
Yeah, that does sound like an experience, especially off the coast of Hawaii. That's wow. That's beyond therapy. That sounds like an experience.
Paid actors.
Yeah.
So we're out there and we're at the point where the water The water itself, my dog, is that color right there. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm so glad I have this. A little
Yeah,
color
look at that.
sheet
It's a reference
reference.
tool as well. God, I
I
love this
know. It's
thing, bro.
everything.
I love it.
I wish we were sponsored. Shit.
I'm gonna
So,
work on that,
yeah. Let's get the ball rolling, dude.
please.
Okay.
I don't have a job. Please help me.
I didn't hire you for nothing.
Right.
So I'm out there. The water's that color. You can't see anything. And there was a moment, because it was whale season, there was a whale about 5 feet away from my paddleboard. Like, I could jump into the water and turn into the whale rider. And I wanted to, but I didn't because that would be crazy. And I feel like I don't
You
know.
should have tried it.
I should have, but I
Yeah.
did something else. You know, when
Yeah.
the whale left, I was still out there. I remember, like, all you can see is that color, and I jumped in the water. And I remember my landlord was like, his name is Alex. He's still alive.
Okay, good. Let's go.
he's like, he made a comment about, like, how do you feel so comfortable, like, in the middle of the ocean where you
Right.
can't? I was like, I'm in there. And I remember I went underwater and you can't see anything. Like, this is the shit that people are terrified of, right? But I'm having this experience, like, I feel safer than I've ever felt in my life. I felt like I was being
Wow.
hugged by the earth. Like, I was
That is
safe. And I
wonderful.
remember, I wonder if do I still have this image on my phone? I might not. No, I don't. I had one of those, like, disposable cameras with me. And it was waterproof, so I was able to take photos underwater. And there were, like, these two jellyfish, like these, like, clear white jellyfish, just kind of like right where I was swimming, and I could see them, and they were just kind of just existing. Like, it's what I imagine, like, floating in hyperspace is like, right?
Yeah,
and I'm saying
100%.
that, like, that's what I imagine. It's like, I did that on DMT, by the way, so that's exactly what it's like. But it was so
Okay,
trippy.
so you know.
It's like as above, so below. Yeah. Yeah. What does DMT feel like? Oh, well, I think when you blast off and you get there and then you die, it's probably the equivalent of being a little floating jellyfish miles away from the nearest source of land.
Yeah, see, like, I feel like a lot of my fear of the ocean is completely up here. I've obviously never lived by an ocean. I've been to the ocean, but, like, I don't know, when I can imagine, because this is another thing too, like, I'm very into a lot of, like, horror content. I
Really?
like
Okay.
scary stuff, like, very scary stuff. The one thing that just unsettles me is, like, the ocean. Oh, I'm not gonna, I don't know what caused it, but, like, that's all of my feed on Instagram and Reels. It's just, like, liminal horror stuff. It's analog horror stuff, like, but my point being, like, the scariest thing to me is the darkness of the ocean, which is, it's such a contrast because, like, when you say you felt like you were being hugged by the earth, I can't think that, like, if I were in that exact same situation, I wouldn't feel the same way. That's why I think it's completely all up here, and I just haven't experienced it that way, because that sounds massively peaceful.
It was also, like, terrifying to an extent, but I feel like the reason I wasn't terrified in that way is, like, I surfed. I used to surf a lot. I miss it so much.
Yeah.
But that is the thing that helped me develop, like, this beautiful relationship with the ocean. And I feel like something like that is, I mean, the cool thing about surfing is, like, you can apply that and all of the in-betweens to so many different aspects of life. Like, even just riding a wave itself, right? Life lesson type shit. Or just how you have to understand the ocean. Or how the ocean is, like, she's so gentle yet so fierce, right?
Yep.
And it is a she, and it'll always be she.
Yeah.
It's
I
like,
agree.
I feel like the ocean is like the divine feminine at its core.
I think this whole realm is, to be honest with you. I think it's why it's called Mother Earth.
I agree. I saw a video about that too. Oh my God. I gotta put you on. My homie put me on. There's this podcast called, what is it called? Acid for Squares. And they have this man, you should look into it. They cover some really good shit. I'm always watching it. It's like, wow, they're so good at this. And I'm over here just like,
damn.
Fucking
sorry, my cats are beating the shit out of each
my
other.
mouth.
Sorry. They just like meowed. So they were fighting like hell. Sorry, continue.
Oh, shit. No, you're good. My cats do that too. There's this one episode, homeboy Gage put me on. Gage is the one that I do the podcast with. And I forget the guy's name. I'll send it to you after this. I have to find it. I'm not even going to go into details, but he basically had an experience where he met God. It was the first time he had met God, but, like, he was like, God's a woman. Like God's female. God's and then but then it turned into it's like at the time when he had this experience, it's not that like God is a man or a woman. It's just kind of what you're saying, like everything is female. Like
it's hard to explain.
I couldn't even explain it properly on here because he goes into details that make so much sense, but it wasn't all within that conversation either. So it kind of like branched out a little bit, but a experience that he had that led to a lot of other things and understandings was God's not a man.
Yeah, and I feel like this type of stuff gets so lost throughout like thousands of years of history, and that's why like it's so hard to find like true sources of this material, because in my view ancient cultures knew all of this stuff. They knew, like, if they heard us in today's world like debating certain topics,
they'd be laughing. Dude, they're laughing.
They'd be laughing. They would think we're fools, and like rightfully so, because like they understood this stuff so basically, and that's why like it's hard to find like that source material like that. But the ones I have found, it's just like it's so different from anything we know or talk about in today's world. And that's why it's like, guys, what are we really debating today? Like, what are we really talking about? This is not the conversations we need to have.
A weird little channeled sort of theory. You know, like, oh, I have a channel message coming through. Well, this one's a channeled theory coming through. Not exactly the first time I thought about it. But oh my God, did I lose it that fast? Hold on. Wait.
No, you got it.
What did you just say? Hold on. What did you just say? What was the last thing you said?
Oh God, now I gotta think.
Yo!
No. I was talking about like source material and trying to find, God bless it. You got it.
I found it. Wait.
I knew it.
Holy shit, bro. Hold on.
Hold
on.
No.
Yo.
Oh
it was
God.
Like, it was like in and out. It was like one of those like little, I don't know what those little things are.
I said something with source material. That's all I remember.
I think I have it. Maybe.
Yes.
In my opinion, I think any concept that is like widely approved is more of a belief and less of a truth.
Oh, yes. Christianity.
Well, this guy too, he does talk about something. I've always felt this way about things. So when I watched this, I was like, there's a man out there that thinks the same way I think. It was like the most validating thing to watch this. But he does talk about how every religion, every version of God is the same thing, just interpreted differently. But
I've seen this exact video you're talking about. If you're talking about, I swear I've heard where he's talking about
a older man.
I can't remember. I just remember that concept of like every single religion or God reference is just a different aspect of the same thing. So it might have been different, but I know this. Yeah.
He was a prophecy, essentially. He's still alive. Man, I want to like talk about it on here, but I'm like, there's just so many missing pieces to it because it's so like,
it's a very complex,
broad, very complex conversation. But I mean, the video is so good, and he was a prophet among different indigenous communities, or not a prophet. I'm sorry, a prophecy. Like he was prophesized, and the work that he's done. I mean, he basically became. See, I couldn't even. Yeah, we're gonna ditch that conversation and save it for another time. But I will send you the video because I think you'll find it fascinating.
Please do.
Yeah.
But I wanted to also mention this. Speaking of like source material and like ancient stuff, I don't know how I found this book. I don't remember how I got on the topic, but it has to do with like star seeds and stuff like that. And it fascinated me. I remember I was on vacation last year and I was with my family, and something like I saw a video or something, and I found this book that's like, it's a little expensive and it's hard to get like access to, but I found a way to get access to it.
What's it called?
It is called The Voyagers, something like The Abductees.
Ooh.
Something.
Ooh.
Yeah. If I think there's a couple of them, but
I need
it. Basically, I was able to get ChatGPT to break down the whole book for me. I sent them a link to an archived version of it, and it broke down the whole thing for me. And then I copied that into my notes, so I have it too, because it was going like I broke down like the math of it. It was talking about like angular momentum of our like star vessels and whatnot. And I'm like, this seems very, very
Wow.
intricate for something that we should not be paying attention to, because it was
Or
talking about like certain star seeds, whether we're talking about like the Andromedans, the Draconians, which is talked about a lot of conspiracy
I'm
stuff.
both of those.
And that's the thing. They're like, it was breaking down each one and saying like, oh, these star seeds have these aspects, these have this aspect.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like the term starseeds because I
Mhm.
went down that rabbit hole years ago,
Mhm.
and it was very validating.
Mhm.
And like, I mean, like I had an uncle who passed away long before I ever really stepped into myself.
Mhm.
But he used to call me a starseed, like ever
Mhm.
since I was like baby, like 2 years old. He
Mhm.
was actually the only person. This is a crazy story. I've never actually gotten into this, like
Mhm.
even on a podcast yet. But
Mhm.
he was the only person like throughout my life that brought an awareness to those things, I guess. Nobody,
Mhm.
like, paid attention. He was the only
Right.
one that, like, knew. It's like and he passed away right before I started having these, like, awakenings,
Mhm.
which I find really interesting.
Mhm.
I've thought up so many different, like, theories and stuff as to, like, why, like, the timing of, like, why people choose to be here or leave at
Mhm.
certain times
Right.
versus others. I mean, there's so many directions my brain went, but, he would always say that, like, "Oh, she's an indigo child."
Mm. Mhm.
And what's fascinating about like the generation of indigo children is like they were a lot older.
Mhm.
They are a lot older, if not like passed away. It's not to say that there can't be now, but
Mhm.
it was really interesting learning about like the different waves of star seeds, so to
Mhm.
speak.
Yeah.
The only reason I don't love the label or
Mhm.
getting too deep into it is because I think it's that kinda that can definitely lead us into more of that, like, supreme or I guess that supremacy that we were
Yeah.
talking about earlier, where
I
it's,
agree.
like, it's easy to, like, put yourself on a pedestal and think, "I'm here
Mhm.
on a fucking mission to, like, heal the
Right.
planet." It's like, "No, dude, like, you'd be surprised. We're all doing it."
Yeah.
Like, even the pieces of shit, my
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah.
Like, they're serving a purpose
Yeah.
too, so it's unruly, in
Absolutely.
my opinion, to consider,
Mhm.
like, yourself higher than somebody else because of your religion, your belief, or considering yourself a starseed, you know? It's like,
Mhm.
yeah, like, maybe for what it's I mean, a starseed, or are you highly on the spectrum, right?
Yeah.
Which has been, like, a very recent discovery of my
Yeah.
own and a rabbit hole that I've
Mhm.
also am like, I think it's time to get diagnosed. That might make my life
Yeah.
feel a lot more sensible.
Yeah.
But also, I've made it this far.
Mhm.
I know I'm a little bit different,
That's the thing. We
you
can already
know?
self-diagnose, like,
It's like, do I really need a real diagnosis to know that
yeah.
I'm high functioning, whatever the fuck I am, you
Yeah.
know?
Right.
But yeah, I've got some definitely like in between life experiences throughout the course of my life that are not typical.
Mhm.
And
Sounds
I don't know.
like it.
That being said,
Mhm.
oh,
We haven't
dog, I
even
got, wait,
cracked the surface.
yeah, the dome is cracked, but
Mhm.
we're still in it. We're
Yeah.
still in this one. We'll get
Yeah.
to the next one on the next episode we share.
Mhm. For sure.
But yeah, star seeds, back to that. Mm.
Mhm. I
Yeah,
gotta
you
send
could
you
say
this
it. I
book.
mean,
I gotta send you, because
you have to.
it's
You have no choice. I'm
I
forcing
didn't
you.
I didn't read a lot of it, because it is a lot. But the thing that fascinated me the most was just like it laid out a history of Earth over like billions of years, and that's what really got to me. I was like, this is wild. I've never even seen this before. And it was talking
Yeah.
about like Earth being a 5-dimensional healing place for souls to ascend, where they came to live for thousands of years probably, and then it gets hijacked by
Mm.
draconians and whatnot. And then I tied that to my knowledge of Gnosticism, and I was making connections, and I'm like, this is
Whoa.
wild. And it is
I
like,
wanna
it
I'm
was
so
insane.
curious now, dude. I
I
wanna see
was
this
My
breakdown. I wanna see this
fingers
breakdown.
were hurting typing to ChatGPT because they were saying stuff. I was like, wait, wouldn't that relate to this? And I was
Dude,
just making, and I was like, bro,
I don't
it's
use my fingers
insane.
to type ever. Ever.
Really?
Audio, voice to text every single time.
Really?
That's how I get into
Interesting.
chat. I'm like just like
Wow.
paragraphs on paragraphs. It's
Mhm.
like, oh my God, that was so easy. That was so
Yeah.
fast.
That I do that on ChatGPT if it's like a long thing, but if I'm just
Yeah.
texting, I will. Like I have a
I
lot of
mean,
typos when I text
if
too,
it's
but
I do too.
I don't have
So many
autocorrect
times,
on.
if I use my fingers to text, the mishaps
It's
don't.
bad, bro. It's really
It gets bad. You accidentally type in a few too many letters of the same letter, and all of a sudden you're racist.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I just.
Oops, didn't mean that. I can edit the text now, but
you
like you already saw
that's
it.
why. That's why I voice text everything, because I'm like, I'm too, like, my brain works too fast, so I can't.
Yeah, that's honestly, I should start doing that. I don't capitalize anything. I don't, like, it's just that's how it's rolled for a long time. So fucking funny. Yeah, but I will send you this because it's a website. I think it's archive.org. They have like full PDF books. You don't even like. This is a book that you'd have to get on eBay for like a few $100s.
What?
And it's all on here, assuming it's the same one. So I'll send you. I think I have it bookmarked still, but now talking about this, I need to like read it in depth because I'm kind of a geek. I like to have printed stuff out. I don't like. I like to have books. I like to have stuff actually out. So I might go crazy, like just write everything and like write the whole book itself because it's.
I'm oddly similar. I had to move around so many times. Like I've got all my books and journals like in like not even storage, just like tucked away because I'm like, I don't know how long I'm going to be here. Like, I don't know, you know, it just got to that point. Last thing, because I'm starving.
Oh yeah.
And the bug came back. But I want to ask you, I'm like the most fascinating thing. I mean, oh, it's on my phone. Go away.
Sorry.
Eat it. Yeah. Protein, like a micro milliounce of anyways,
get you to the goal.
Looks like a seed. I meant to say this in the very beginning, but like I've told you this, my favorite shit about the content you post isn't even about your content. It's the music you use in your content. And I'm like, does it ever piss you off? You're looking for music like that, like this like retro wave sort of synth wave shit. And it's not on TikTok. I'm like, I can't
have
fucking,
so
I hate
many
it.
ready to go. It's the perfect background.
Yes.
It's perfect because it's so monumental sometimes. And I need like, it's like I can talk what I'm saying, but like if then you hear something that sounds like you're ascending to a higher dimension behind it, you're going to stop and watch.
Do you listen to music like that frequently?
Yeah. I listen
to. Me too.
I have a wide spectrum of music I listen to.
I do too, but there is like that one. Here's the thing, like I have a playlist. It's called Wave Juice on Spotify.
I'll send it to you. I could just tell.
It's fire. It's fire, but it's like all of this. Like I don't know if you know like artists like here. I'm gonna pull it up while we're here. I'm just gonna pull it up. It's got artists like Odling, Forehill. What's another one? Here it is, right here. We got Eagle Eyed Tiger.
The sounds.
That's another good one.
I just know.
Hotel Pools.
I love. Oh my god!
I'm gonna text it to you right now.
Hotel Pools is. If that's the one I'm thinking of, hell yeah.
So good.
Yeah, I like that.
It's actually so. Sorry, I texted you. I have this Instagram page. I don't really use it, but it's for my dreamscapes. I can show you.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the dreamscapes.
Nope, I have to follow you on Instagram too. Yeah, so I have this like whole dreamscape page. And like, so these are, since we're here, I'm going to show you. So like, these are like AI renders of dreams or places that I've been to.
God, bro.
And
I need to see this. Bro. That is so,
this is my counsel. This is my counsel. And I have my whole fucking, we're going to leave this shit on a cliffhanger. This is from 2020 and I opened it for the first time last night in like 5 years. Bro. I channeled ETs in this book.
Bro.
And I opened it last night for the first time to see the transcripts that I wrote. I was shitting bricks. Bro. Mind you, this is before I was a tattoo artist. This is when I first started channeling. This is before I even understood anything. I'd never even went that deep into extraterrestrial shit. I just felt connected to it.
And
now here we are, 2026, disclosure and shit, right? I'm like...
Oh, I'm seeing that.
So I go back into this shit. I was like, did I hear my cat? Go back into this shit. And it's like a guidebook. This is like a fucking Bible, my guy. Like, I have information in here.
I am. You said disclosure like disclosure day, right?
Yeah, ish, yeah.
Because I'm seeing that movie tomorrow, and I know there's another
Are
topic we could
you?
talk about.
My God, you have to tell me how it is. I want to see it.
They just say a bunch of stuff in these movies that people are like, "Oh, this is cool," and I'm like, "This
No,
is
it's
all
for the
real.
This is all real, bro." It's for the awakened folk. That's the thing. I keep hearing it every. Oh, this is the airport, and I use music like this,
bro. Okay, you need to teach me how to have dreams like that, bro.
I'll just teach you how to make them.
Please, that is sick.
This shit, dude.
Speaking.
Oh wait, no, I made this video. This is pretty sick.
Bro.
Wait, can you see?
Yeah.
Wow.
That is sick. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I've probably seen a video on Instagram.
I have a couple on
I see stuff like that
TikTok,
all the time.
I think.
Uh-huh.
I have so many just like stockpiled in Discord right now on Midjourney, but
yeah.
I just never I do so much shit that I'm like my brain can't.
Yeah.
Like
that's how I am.
Whatever.
Yeah.
What are you, boy?
Speaking
what was I gonna say though?
Go ahead if you remembered it.
Something about
if
ETs. Oh, wave juice.
Oh yeah.
Like, you know how you can put music in like a bio on Instagram or whatever?
Oh yeah.
So I have like an eagle-eyed tiger one, so this is like what you hear when you This is what you hear when you go into it. Can you hear it?
Oh hell yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be. You're gonna find that on my next TikTok. 100%.
Oh yeah, dude. I wish there was a way to like.
Are like super punchy though, so like
I know.
I always turn them down all the way.
Like Blade Runner shit.
And some of them are like so loud that I'm like, I can't use this because you can't even hear what I'm saying, and it sucks because I'm like, this was perfect for background music.
I want to figure out a way, dude. I wish there was a way to like put our music in there, but.
Yeah. I wanted to mention, very funny off-topic story super quick. I actually have another TikTok page that was kind of like my personal that I didn't use for posting. I would just randomly post videos of my cats and just, that's what I told people to follow. I was like, oh, just so you can send me stuff. And I was coming home from the gym. This was like 3 months ago. And you know the Entenmann's, the Devil's chocolate food cake donuts?
Okay.
In the white and blue box?
Yes.
That's like my all-time favorite snack. I bought that and I got a half gallon of milk. And I was like, oh, this looks fun. It was sitting on my counter. I was like, oh, this looks really funny. I'm going to take a picture of this and post it on my TikTok and put like a super menacing noise over it. That took...
Did it blow up?
It went absurd. I started a whole TikTok trend. Like there's still people using the same thing, doing the same stuff. I went from 167 followers to 30K in a month. I kept posting.
Do you still use that account?
I do, but like I don't. Yeah, it's... my link tree is in my bio on the page I post on.
Yeah, I never seen the other one.
I was like, oh, this is working. This is crazy. I started posting more. I have 2 posts over 6 million, and I'm just like, this is dumb, bro.
Yeah.
This is one of them has almost 10 million. It's so dumb.
But you're like, I want to add value.
Right. It's like, this is so stupid, bro. Why are y'all following me?
It's okay. The one I feel like the one I know you on, like if you just keep doing what you're doing, it'll.
Yeah, that's why I've been focused on that one. The other one, I'm like, I'm not gonna keep buying donuts.
I'm also like while seeing like a following, like an organic following grow is like the coolest shit ever, and I never thought like that would be a thing. Like I'm like, how is my account? But it doesn't even register in my head. Like like the number of followers. I think it only registers a certain way when you don't have it, and then when you have it, you're like,
it's
crazy. Doesn't mean anything, but engagement is really important.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like I'm always trying to be really intentional about like what I'm posting, or I feel like everyone's like, yeah, just keep posting, post a lot. I was like, I feel like I've gotten like more consistent engagement across everything with not spam posting.
Yeah. I feel I feel the same way.
I don't know. But I think both are good for different reasons. But personally, I'm like, I love my like 1 or 2 videos a day, and I'm like, yeah, perfect.
I agree. Because I see like there's the TikTok account. This dude talks about posting 30 times a day.
Yeah. And I feel like they're lying on purpose.
Well, what's crazy?
I think they do it on purpose. I think they're like, let's rage bait them.
Right.
Or some shit. Like,
what's kind of crazy about it is like, you think about what their content is, they're just telling you to do that. So it's crazy. Like they blew up on that. And I'm like, I'm like,
Yes.
okay, but you're posting 30 times a day about posting 30 times a day. Of course you're going to blow up. So it's like,
I've thought
this guy
about
had
that,
he had a whole scheme. He was like, write down these 30 topics and make like 5 videos each. And I'm like, bro, I get how simple that sounds in theory, but like, you got to understand what type of content we're doing. I'm not going to sit in front of the camera and just spam the stuff I do. Yeah, he's pissed. Now he's not even sad at the door. He's pissed at the door.
He's crying for nothing. I'm like, my door's open. You can come hang out. Like,
the closet really affected him. He's sad.
It's a different cat. Raja.
Oh, not 2 kitties being sad, bro. No.
Yeah. No, they just want. Yeah, they're just being cats. But
yeah, I don't know. Mine left me. I don't know where they're at. I don't know what they're doing.
It's okay. You'll find them tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, I know you've got a really dark, spooky walk to get to.
I low-key might watch something scary. And this sounds even more maniacal. And on my life, Sela, I will literally be standing in my kitchen. It will hit 9 p.m., 10 p.m. It'll get dark. And my Instagram feed just knows. It's like, oh, no more feel-good hopecore content. Let's hit you with the scariest nightmare shit ever.
Do you like that?
Like flips. And I mean, I enjoy that content, but
you're
like
psychotic.
It's
like
terrifying.
in the best way, but
like because
I can't handle it.
This is my bedroom.
I'm like,
that's what I'll watch it in the straight dark here before I go to bed, and I'm just like, yeah, probably shouldn't have done that. But it's
crazy.
Again, one more thing. This is gonna sound maniacal. It's part of like a spiritual training almost. It's like if I can face these terrifying things, nothing can scare me. So
I can respect that. I can definitely respect that.
Yeah, that's kind of what it is. It's maniacal, but
couldn't be me. Probably won't.
I can send you some stuff if you want to try. Just let me know.
I'm all right. I got my own methods.
All right, yeah.
I got my own methods.
Straight
I'll be talking to my ET council and shit. They're kind of fucking terrifying in their own way. Like not in a bad way, but
they look
got
lit.
their own.
Is that what they look like too?
Ish. It's more, but the feeling of it. There's a feeling associated to it that I feel like I have this really weird knack for communicating things and visually representing things correctly based on the energy that they carry.
Nice.
If that makes any sense.
That's a skill.
No,
that's a skill.
In the same way, it's weird. Same way I can like feel people out a certain way and bring them into the same space. It's the same shit. It's
a skill.
Trippy.
It's definitely a skill.
It's because I spent my whole life alone and didn't care to like communicate or understand the world the same way everybody else did. So I figured out my own way of understanding things. It is a gift. Yeah.
That's a gift.
It is a gift. It's not a weird thing anymore. It's like I have an advantage. Not sure what I was going to say after that. Well, my friend, I'm going to cap it there. Thank you so much. This is what it's all about. Definitely won't be the last. I appreciate you for making the time. This has been absolutely so wonderful and so fulfilling. And thank you guys for joining us on another episode of the Open Dome podcast. It's been awesome.
Well, the conversation doesn't end here because the Open Dome podcast is much more than a podcast. This is a community where artists, creators, and explorers are coming together to connect, inspire, and grow together. So if you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to subscribe, share it with someone who you think would appreciate it, and definitely join us inside the ODP community. And we will see you in the next one.